Right, for those of you want to catch up, John and I on no, wrong system, not Messenger, not WhatsApp, but Railway Modelers Chat, which has gone into some kind of crazy zone of OA. Yeah, all right, so it's here. Two conversations to wire up 3 points. And I made some contributions in this conversation about what the hell is a three-way point, because I wasn't too sure why the subject of the conversation changed to that, because at one point we were talking up here about nothing of the same sort. 3D printer, Alan, that was what we were talking about. I said I'd love to print 3D that, and I'd love to here's some sketches. And then basically this conversation moved. Is it still happening? I asked, and then somebody asked something else. Somebody presented some pictures of a fish. We then end up talking about what points we're actually talking about in this group, and it took us until here to actually establish at 20 to 11 that was what we were talking about. Now, somewhere in this group is 300 members. What the hell that means, because I'm just showing off here by saying something that I'm thinking about, which is how the hell do you model broad gauge and standard gauge on the same piece of stuff, and answer some poor geezer's question about how does he wire up a point like what this is. But the main point of this conversation is, what does Pico say? They manufacture the thing, they've sold it to you for 50 quid. It isn't as though you bought it like one of these out of a sort of garage sale, and get some technical support. What else is there to say? And as for wiring it up, well, presumably it's either Inshall Frog or Isle Frog or whatever the Electro Frog is this flavour of the month. But follow some diagrams. In another one, we had somebody troubleshooting. Basically, what was going on in this conversation was, well, here's a picture of my train running, says John, who's a Facebook user. Is it John? No, this is the one. Yeah, this one here. But he says that he's got different types of track mixed up in it because it's all come from different places. Well, I asked him if he had an electrical, what do you call it, multimeter, but turned out he didn't. But we had a lovely chat about some things we got to do, and I said, never ever shy away from rummage in a garden shed. And I said, I think we talked about the price of how he does business. My daughter doesn't talk to me. Right. That is a summary of the conversations in this nonsense this evening.